Hello? Oh no.
Too short that was.
Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this
Field Days is a channel fully dedicated to outdoor adventures run by Matt, who genuinely loves the wilderness survival. His videos are usually about finding freedom in the wild and living life on his own terms, staying far away from creepy encounters. But this time, Matt decided to do something completely different. He went camping in a cave that locals claim is haunted.
Alright, so the whole entire reason why we're doing this mission today, one of my real good mates who lives just up here, he said to me, he went to visit this cave, he walked into the cave, he reckons that there's a man-made ladder which you can climb down, and as he was climbing down the cave, he had this super uneasy feeling, like he reckons it was like nothing he's ever felt before, like felt like he was like being watched, he had like cold shivers over his body, and he reckons he's like, this is like a pretty manly dude, and he reckons he was like fully wigging out, like he sort of went into the cave a little bit, and he just had that feeling of like he was being watched, or there was something going on in the cave, so he reckons he hightailed it out of there, and he told me about it, and he said to me, you will not go and sleep in that cave, and I was like, yes I will.
He packed extremely light for this mission, just a leather man, a flint for starting fires, a cheap headlamp with no strap, a knife, a can of baked beans, and a box of GoPro batteries. He'd intentionally left behind one crucial item, water. He wanted to push himself, hoping the cave might have some hidden water pockets he could purify with a fire. After hours of hiking through dry Australian bushland, Matt finally arrived at the cave entrance.
This is the entrance to the bedroom for the night, and it is not what I expected at all. Hello? Okay, outside world. I'll see you tomorrow morning when we're climbing out of this cave. Right now, there is not one sound except for my voice. There's not one peep. Just listen to this, listen. Oh, it's freaky. It's actually really spooky.
He spent time exploring the cave's many holes and crevices, some too narrow for a human body, others showing signs of regular use by unknown creatures. As night fell, the cave began to reveal its true nature.
It's currently 8:36 at night. Two noises which I've heard which completely, the second noise, I had goosebumps from my head to toes. I'm talking a sound I've never heard it before in my entire life. It had to have been a bat, it had to be something, but it's just not, it's just something I've never heard before. First one was a rock falling way over there somewhere. It just rolled for ages and then it sort of just hit another rock on the bottom. But the second sound, I froze, man. I was like frozen, like I couldn't move. I was just waiting for something just to like whack me. It's just strange, very strange feeling in here.
He tried to rationalize it. Maybe bats, maybe rocks. But that feeling his friend had warned him about, Matt was feeling it now. Around 11 p.m., things escalated. Matt decided to eat his 5-star meal of Australian-made baked beans. And that's when it happened.
It's the chains moving when I climb down the ladder. It's a big, heavy, thick chain. Wind can't move that. I'm 100% certain it's the chain that I walked in, that you climb down into this cave on, it's moving. You can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even forecast. Holy shit. Oh my fucking God. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked. The only thing it can be, like this is a public cave. People can come in this cave. The thing that's strange, it's like 11 o'clock at night. Why would anyone come in here? And the chain moved. Like if you're gonna walk down the chain, it will swing the whole entire way. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna swing, but this isn't swinging. This is just moving, rapidly moving and stops.
At one point, the sounds became too much. He packed his bag and headed for the ladder, ready to abandon his mission.
So this is the ladder that was making the sounds. Now you're trying to tell me that this big ladder, something has to move this. And it has to move it because a rock fell and rolled all the way down here somewhere. So something was moving this chain 3 times in a row. I got no idea what it could have been. Can't be the bats. These bats are active. They're everywhere, but they're too small. Okay, it is up around 2:30 in the morning right now. I've heard that sound again. So the only way I can describe this noise, it's between a cat hissing and it sounds like human voice. Like, I'm not even joking. It sounds human-like. I can't even make the sound with my mouth. It's an extremely weird sound, and as soon as you hear it, you just get riddled with goosebumps. I've built up the confidence. I've walked around the cave. I'm trying to walk in the direction of the sound, and I've been looking around for, I don't know, the good part of 15 minutes now. I can't see any like cat eyes. I can't see any movement. I can't see anything. It's just really strange. This is the direction that sound comes from. And I don't know. Can't see anything, but it just doesn't sound right at all. Coming from up there somewhere.
Despite every instinct telling him to leave, Matt made a decision. He positioned himself near the entrance, close to the ladder, and waited for sunrise. When he woke up, the sun had risen.
This ladder had movement, and I'm not talking movement like this. It was moving like this, but then it would just stop. Now you tell me how the hell that ladder moves without somebody pushing it, touching it. I got no idea, but that is the thing that freaks me out the most.
When he climbed out of that cave, no signs that anyone had been there during the night. Whatever moved that chain, it wasn't human. Or at least, not any human he could find evidence of. This video is a great reminder of why we're drawn to these experiences in the first place. There are things in this world that can't be easily explained, sounds that don't match any known source, movements that defy logic. Maybe it was bats. Maybe it was the nature playing tricks. Or maybe Matt's friend was right to run. Dee's Dark Adventures is a channel fully dedicated to exploring the creepy, the scary, and the unknown. Like many others chasing these mysteries, she's had her share of quiet nights where nothing happens because, well, that's how it usually goes with paranormal investigations. But this time she might have captured something without even realizing it.
All right, my loves, this video was almost scrapped. I was here from about 6 o'clock to about 11:30. I went from this location to the roundabout location and back. And this is where I just kept recording and had no clue what was about to happen. I went home and Sam wanted to see the footage because she loved my neighbor Sam, my friend. She wanted to see if she could see anything because I told her it was a dud video. And I had no clue because I hadn't looked at the footage yet. I had just recorded and not seen anything. I just had not heard much but some clickies and some stick breaks and thought it was maybe good enough for a short. But here we go.
Dee returned to this abandoned farm property where she'd been experiencing strange activity over the past few weeks. She set up her equipment and recorded everything just in case something unusual showed up. But while she was sitting there, her camera quietly picked up something strange.
What was that? Oh, God, guys. It's quiet, quiet. It is a little warmer than last time. Last night was cold. Nothing happened either. I've been coming out here and maybe 2-3 times out of 5 or 6 I'll hear and catch stuff.
I know a lot of you are probably thinking it's just an animal or it's nothing, but hang on, just wait for what happens next. Something was definitely moving out there. Imagine going on a paranormal investigation and being that close to something without even noticing.
I'm gonna move it. I don't like it. See? What is that? It sounds like cracking, not stick cracking, like bones cracking. What is that down at the end? Look like something white way down at the way at the end where the entrance goes left and right. That's what it looks like up there, but I can't tell what that is, and I don't want to go look. It might be grass. What's that? That sounds like clicking. No. Oh, clicking. I can't make it down there. I'm gonna have to. I'm moving. I'm gonna go to a different spot.
Later in the investigation, Dee decided to explore deeper into the property. And that's when things started to get really unsettling.
Nah, this is uphill. What was that? Guys, I'm really trying to give you guys videos out here, but this place is to the core. But I'm fascinated with it at the same time. I'm hearing noises, dude. And I don't know if it's clicking. I can't hear it. It's like a low.
Whatever was stalking through the forest was now near her vehicle. Think about it. This thing was now blocking the only escape route. The car was the only way out, and something was waiting there. That's when you know you're in serious trouble.
Oh, it's by my car. Oh my God, dude. Why is my thing going faint? Stop. Okay, I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna go. What is that? Stop, okay. Calm down. Fine, I'm fine. Is that clicking? It sounds like clicking, but it's so low. I don't want to be far away from my car. Hello. Hi. Okay. Guys, I'm getting out of here. I feel like I'm being surrounded. Sorry for screaming at you.
No matter how thoroughly she searched, she couldn't pinpoint exactly where the sounds were coming from. They seemed to move around her, as if something was circling. When she tried to leave, the sounds followed her all the way back to her car. Now, what do you think Dee encountered that night? Was it a crawler, as many viewers suggested? Could it have been multiple creatures working together to surround her? Or was there a more mundane explanation that we're missing? Let me know what you think in the comments. Paul and a Pack is a channel all about hiking adventures, backpacking, camping, and exploring remote trails. This time, he's deep into his Pacific Crest Trail through hike, having just resupplied in the small town of Bernie, California. He was hoping to enjoy a smooth return to trail after a restful 0 day, but things don't quite go as planned.
It's Saturday morning and it's about 7:15. In about 15 minutes, I should be getting a ride back to the trail with the motel manager from here. Last night, I would say maybe 6:30 or 7ish, something like that. It started raining, thundering and lightning, and it was a pretty big storm. It was pretty crazy, and it went on for a good few hours. About an hour into the storm, the power went out for the entire town, and it stayed like that until I think it was about 1 a.m. this morning when it clicked back on again. So I'm going to get the rest of my stuff packed up, finish my coffee, and get headed out straight to Burney Falls.
The morning was beautiful, a stark contrast to the violent storm the night before. He described it as the calm after the storm. Paul was making good time, hoping to cover 30 miles a day for the next 6 days to reach Etna, but he had no idea what was waiting for him just ahead.
So I've just come from this direction, walking down this trail here, and to the side of me is this big volcanic feature. I'm going to guess it's either a sill or a dike. I can't remember the difference between them. But just through here on some of the rocks, there seems to be a big pile of, it kind of looks like trash, but it also looks like it could be a sleeping bag. And I can't see anyone there. It's just a little bit strange, so I'm just going to have a wander in and make sure that there's nothing nasty going on. Hello? Oh my goodness me. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not sure if I've just found a body or not. I've just found somebody's remains at the side of the trail. And when I say the side of the trail, kind of like off that side of the trail, maybe 50 feet or so. I thought it was a pile of trash to start with, and I thought I would just go and investigate. When I got closer to it, it became obvious that it was the remains of a hiker. There was a backpack there, a sun umbrella, some trekking poles, and then I spotted the leg bones completely stripped. Tent was there, you know, all the sort of stuff you would associate with a through hiker or a long section hiker. When I turned around to leave the scene to get back to the trail to figure out what to do, that's when I spotted the skull, and that just obviously confirmed everything.
Thankfully, Paul wasn't alone. A couple named Adam and Jennifer were hiking behind him. Adam had just enough cell service to call 911. They marked the site with toilet paper and sticks without disturbing anything, and deputies were dispatched to meet them about 3 miles down at the nearest road access point. What troubled Paul most wasn't just the discovery itself. It was the circumstances surrounding it. They were visible from the trail, especially for northbound hikers. How had no one reported this before? The presence of the sun umbrella suggested this person had likely been hiking during warm weather, possibly the previous summer. That means the remains could have been there for nearly a year without anyone noticing or reporting them. This story isn't meant to scare anyone away from the trail, but it is a powerful reminder of the realities of long-distance hiking and wilderness exploration. Things can go wrong. People can disappear. And sometimes closure only comes years later when another hiker stumbles upon what was left behind.
It's been a mixed bag today, obviously. I hope I've not upset anybody or distressed anybody with the video today. I do apologise if I have, and that really wasn't the intention, obviously. Just trying to record the truth of what happens and what can happen out here on the trail, because you genuinely never know what the heck is going to happen, and I certainly did not expect that this morning.
Moxley's Paranormal World is a channel all about exploring and investigating the most haunted locations in the UK. This time, Moxley and his friend Ming head deep into Pretoria pits, hoping to conduct a paranormal investigation, but turned into a night they would never forget.
Right, so we're almost at pit number 3, which is the Pretoria pit. Just been walking back down there, burnt out motorbikes and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, this was the beginning of the original site. Yeah. Just there, How you feeling, Ming?
I'm shattered. That burnt out motorbike down there is ridiculous.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wheelbarrows, all sorts of stuff. All we've got to do now is find somewhere where we can put the tents out, and then I'll get into getting a little bit of the history of what happened out here in the hauntings as well. I keep stopping. Ming's over there. I keep thinking I can hear people up that side. Possibly can, but the place is huge. But the history to it is unreal.
The Pretoria Pits, for those who don't know, is where 344 miners and children lost their lives in a catastrophic underground explosion on December 21st, 1910. Even before the disaster, workers reported hearing voices, crying and laughing echoing from the depths. Some even claimed to hear horses and cats down in the mines, animals that had no business being there. As they made their way deeper into the woods, they began to notice signs that they might not be alone.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. That was over there somewhere, the first one.
Yeah. It sounded like kids to me.
It sounded like two kids and a female to me at the time. But I've just been saying there on camera that it could be anybody, couldn't
It could be. It's early evening yet.
Of course it is.
Hearing children's voices in a forest at dusk might not seem that unusual, but remember, this is a remote area known for being dangerous after dark. Local parents don't let their kids play here, especially not as night approaches. After scouting the location, they found a spot to set up camp. But before they could even begin, something strange happened.
There's plenty of bricks and stuff lying around. These are perfect. So I can come back and collect a load of these bricks. And then with them, we can do like a little fire pit, get a fire going, keep warm. Not too sure what that was.
Did you see it? As Moxley continued setting up camp, he noticed something moving through the trees. It looked like a shadow, dark and quick, passing between the trunks. Not walking, but gliding. He couldn't be certain if it was someone on a bike or something else entirely, but whatever it was, it moved in complete silence. Then, not even a minute later, he heard a whistle.
Okay, well, this place is known for its paranormal. I'm not saying that was paranormal, but it was odd. It was very odd. So let's go get the tents up. Let's get the kettle on, have a coffee, then wait for nightfall to... That fucking scared me then. That was very loud, wasn't it? I was like, hey, there is people in the woods. That will explain what I seen going past then.
They tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was just other campers or hikers in the area. But the way the shadow had moved, the timing of the whistle, and the growing feeling of being observed made them increasingly uncomfortable. Still, they decided to continue with their plan. They set up their tents, built a small fire, and tried to settle in for the night. As darkness fell, things escalated quickly. They just finished setting up their tents when they started hearing footsteps circling their camp.
We sat here minding our own business, and then all of a sudden, we heard these bangs coming from here. You heard it, didn't you?
It was loud, mate.
It was distinctive, I'll tell you that now.
It was very distinctive. It was like doosh, doosh, doosh.
We really don't know what they were. Why does everything seem to be coming from over that side today?
I know. Where the pits are?
Of course, that's where it is.
The pits are over there.
Of course, I never thought of
Is it residual? Are we hearing residual noises? Is somebody else out there having a fire? I can't really see it on this camera, but mate, I think somebody else could be having a fire over there.
I can see it through the trees.
It's bright orange.
Yeah. I'm not sure we can.
There, I can just see. I see it a little bit right in the centre of the screen. So we know we're 100% not alone out here. but that doesn't explain what we're hearing around us here.
Not a chance.
If there is anybody here and you'd like to come and speak to us, living or dead, feel free. We're over here, you'll be able to see our lights. So come in to speak to us, come and communicate with us. Shall we? Turn the spirit talker on, just to see if anything comes through on it.
Compassion.
Compassion. Right, so we're hearing some weird noises out here. Is it you walking around?
It's a bad idea.
It's a... What's a bad idea coming out here? Who's here with me? Who's out here in this forest?
We're all around you.
What? We're all around you. Right.
Find my ashes.
Find my ashes.
Now they knew for certain they weren't alone. But who else would be camping in one of the UK's most haunted and dangerous forests? And more importantly, were these people friendly, or were they part of the reason this place has such a sinister reputation? There are stories of people living rough in these woods, and not all of them are friendly. As the rain began to pour down, they retreated to their tents, hoping the weather would drive away whoever else was in the woods. And then, this happens.
Yeah, it's 100% somebody coming this way, mate. Yeah, 100%. Put your light down for a minute. Hopefully they'll bugger off the other way. But something 100% hit me tent. I'm not too sure what it was, but it could have, well, we're underneath trees, so it could have been a branch that's fell off. But it's just weird that come out to check. And it's literally, I'm keeping, wait, where have they gone? There they are. You just see them coming through.
Right.
I'm going to flash back over towards them. They're over there, where my torch is now. Yeah, you can see it. See them? Yeah, they're coming this way. There's people right there.
Oh yeah.
See them?
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah, that's getting brighter and brighter. Whoa,
Hello.
they've gone off. Where the hell's the... Where have they gone? What was that? Oh, I'm shaking because I've been sat in it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we are. We're being watched out there. 100%. Right, so I'm not 100% sure if you'll be able to see it. But just beyond this tree, just here, you might see every now and then like a flicker. But there is a big fire. What was that?
Don't know.
Could have been. As long as it's not somebody bleeding throwing stuff at us.
No, I don't think so.
But that can, right, that can stands out a mile. When I was doing my tent, I do not recall seeing that can. Something hit the side of my tent earlier.
Yeah.
Hopefully it was, and it wasn't that hit my tent, which would make it that they've got that close to where we are to fling stuff at us.
Yeah.
Then why not just come over and say hello?
The realization was terrifying. Whoever was out there had been watching them all night, tracking their movements, and now they were close enough to touch their camp. They made the decision to stay at their camp rather than try to pack up and leave in the dark. If they left now, they would have to walk past wherever those people were hiding, and that seemed like an even worse option. So they stayed, listening to every sound, watching for any sign of movement. And then, in the early hours of the morning, Moxley grabbed his EVP recorder and ventured out into the darkness alone.
Right, so whilst I'm walking down here, I'm just going to play the Spirit Talker for a few. Just see if anything relevant comes through this with the area.
Beware.
Beware. Straight away, beware.
Person.
person. Are you out here? If you are,
Leave me. I was sick.
you were sick.
Betrayal. You're being followed.
See,
Sigh.
can you show yourself to me?
There's nowhere left to go.
Look at this over there.
You are limitless.
You are limitless.
Jason.
Look at that. So I have got a new app that I want to try. So it's just an EVP, ghost tube. So let's give this a quick whirl. Let's see if we can get anything coming through on this. Right, so I'm out here in the middle of the woods on my own. We've been hearing some weird stuff all night. So if you are here, do you want to come forward, come and speak to me? Got a device in my hand. Should be able to hear your voice if you come forward. The fuck was that? That was like somebody went, oh, 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 and it's been picked up on here.
Moxley didn't just hear it on the recorder, he heard it with his own ears. He ran back to camp and played the recording for Ming. They listened to it and trying to make sense of what they'd captured. So, what really happened that night at Pretoria Pits? Were they experiencing genuine paranormal activity? Were the shadows, the whistles, and the EVP response all evidence of spirits trapped in that forest? Or were they being stalked by living people who inhabit the woods and don't take kindly to visitors? The truth is, it was likely both. When morning finally came, they packed up their gear and made their way out of the forest. They didn't see the lights again. They didn't hear any more voices, but the feeling of being watched never left.
What is a ghost? Supernatural or science? Let me know what you think in the comments.
If you want to see more encounters that'll make you appreciate your couch, check out the video on screen and hit that subscribe button. It's free, and you can always change your mind later.